Bruh.
Hello, traders. Welcome to episode 946 of the show. You could not be doing anything because of Corona. It's understandable, all right? And wow, the stock market pushed much higher today. And there's a couple resistances to talk about. I mean, isn't it kind of tradition to talk about Bitcoin first? With just a different look that you've been used to if you're watching the stream, where we've been talking about the upsloping channel. Kind of just looking at horizontal lines, support, resistance. Just, why not, man? Different perspectives. Okay? And shades. Just shades of Wyckoff distribution. I know. Ray, you already said that, and it went higher. And it's like, yeah, I know, man, but it's not conventional. It's not perfect, but let's just say if this was, and may very well not be at all, and we go much higher, whatever. But if it was, this would be like what phase D kind of looks like. Phase D is the bad. Phase E is when you break out bearishly. And I'm just talking about where we're discussing the last points of supply. And when you sell off in phase D, it's noted by Wyckoff that you have elevated levels of volume on the sell-offs, and then on the runs up, you have almost inexistent no volume. And then when you dump again, you have elevated volume, and when you rally, it's almost nothing. I mean, what is this? And unless you, man, I mean, really, this could change. It seems so, low volume bot stuff right now. Where, of course, we could just run up to 7K again. We tested 7K and failed and pulled back. But really, man, that's it. You're already starting to wane on positive momentum. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, letting bullish divergence play out. It did. It's in the midst of playing out right now. And this is it? Just a scrubby, much lower high than the previous high and the previous high before it. So we have consecutive lower highs now. And again, like, look, I mean, you're hitting this March 25th high here. We've seen it before, and you're failing. So you got to be a little skeptical. And this just, again, I guess goes back a little bit to the whole mixed signals. Now, this mixed signal that was showing the bullish case is kind of, has it run its course, or is it still going to keep going? That's the question. So far, it's just failing to break resistance. Not really that strong of resistance. 68.19 is good, though. It's good that you're above that. That's a big deal. Historical looking left, a horizontal line support, okay? But just these. So what are you talking about? Just for you to look and to see what I'm talking about. And really, again, dude, it may be completely wrong. I get it. Who's this guy, man? Little James, man, oh my god! Sorry, I'm off a little bit, sorry.
Little James tipped $40. Bitcoin. No strength. Thanks for the stream, bro.
I don't know, man. No strength, or more like 4 strength, 4 stam leather belt. Wow. Thank you, dude. I've been chat for that 40 from Little James. Isn't he from Robin Hood or something? Little James? Or Tiny Tim? Or what's the guy's name in Robin Hood who's like, it's ironic? Oh, there's Rimlog. He knows it to be true. These are almost biblical. Alright, anyway, so thanks, dude. Hey, you're saying it's weak. It looks weak. Little John. Sorry. Lil John. Hey. Yeah. Lil Tiny Tim, dude. Tiny Tim's from the other movie, or from the play. And he's like, got a limp or something, right? They're different. They're not the same, chat. So before we delve in more to like the S&P, Dow Jones, let's look at futures, but let's just real quick look at American Airlines after hours, which is bottom right of your screen, where just mooning, right? I mean, we closed the day around 11.88. Now you're up to $13.15. I think this comes on like what, the extension of the deal that was struck today for airline companies, like the bailout, like 25 billion more or something for commercial flights or something. So yeah, airline companies benefiting from that. You would think so, right? They've been demolished. Yeah, top left, S&P 500 futures, top right, Dow Jones futures. They're down a little bit. I mean, we just 11 minutes ago, it just started. So chances are, if things remain the way they've been for the past few weeks, couple weeks, you're probably not going to see much volatility on the futures, right? That is like definitely a norm since the bottom was in on the S&P, Dow Jones, Nasdaq. My God, man. I think it's, what is the Nasdaq? Only down 16% or something? I don't even know. Let's... Could just look at the Qs. Nah, man, Nasdaq's not as good as the Qs. Are the tips from Brave? Yes, all tips from Brave browser working. I'm getting them. You know, they come into my Uphold account. Yes. So, what is our what is it? Rooster whistling? What are y'all talking about? I don't know, man. Kind of weird me out. It's okay. So let's just go to the Nasdaq composite, since we haven't, you know, we're starting it, and this is what I'm talking about on Bitcoin, 6,900 already. You know, you're above the heart line of the channel. It can go anywhere, up, down. It's very low volume, still just consolidating. So anyway, Nasdaq has not hit its golden retrace at 86.13. Very close though. Tomorrow, if we have a decent day, you're gonna get it. Yeah. Tomorrow, 200 moving averages up there too. This is the 4 hour, not even the daily. Okay, so here's your daily. You are today. Let it be known that the Nasdaq broke above its 200-day moving average. And the last time, you know, we had touched it was March 6th on the way down. Before that, October 2nd, whatever. So. All right, man. What do you think? You know, are you getting complacent now? You start getting that FOMO feeling, you know, say you do have a lot of cash? What are you gonna do, man? You gonna start buying now? I mean, that's the epitome of FOMO. You're fearing of missing out. You don't have an edge. I mean, dude, there was definitely... It was where fear was at its all-time high. I mean, I guess the height of the sell-off, you know, we go to the Qs. I know there was fear, but there was certainly an edge on the market down here. You just had to remain solvent because the market was irrational probably a little bit longer than it should have been. And right here, man, it had the divergence on the oscillators. There's also on the RSI on the daily. You look left, man. Critical support from March 2019, May of 2019. My God, June of 2018. Pretty much January 2018, right? That was being held. It was outperforming the S&P 500. The same type of support here. S&P fell below it and then went much lower. But this, the Qs, which is like the MAGA stocks, they outperformed on the selling. And now they're outperforming pretty much everything. S&P, Dow Jones, of course Russ 2000, which is the crappiest, right? But the Nasdaq itself, which is what the Qs is, Nasdaq 100 or whatever. I mean, we're talking about Amazon, Google, Apple, Microsoft, right? Those are like the biggest holdings of this fund, this ETF, all right? So breaching the golden retrace like the Jesus man. So, I mean, like the words I said to patrons when I posted this, this hasn't changed. Was down here. It was this day. It was like, what the F else has to happen for this to play out? And then the next day we gapped up and that was it. I posted that. It's just like you get an edge, and sometimes it fails, but in this situation, it didn't fail. It found a bottom. And I'm not saying that we found a bottom or anything. I'm just saying, like, when you apply traditional technical analysis, even in crazy situations, it can play out. And that's all this show's about, man. Helping you better identify where there might be reversals to the upside or the downside. That's it, man. Yeah, here it is. It's like just a screenshot of it because it's ridiculous. I'm just like, I mean, what the F else has to happen here for it to actually bounce? The next day, Kangs. That's it, man. So look for the edges. They don't always play out, but man, it's sure as heck better than just guessing or trying to take someone's price prediction video, and trying to do something with that. That's why this is such a cool hobby to have. Daily time scales 4 hours. It's slow enough to where you can have a life. You don't have to stare at the screen the whole day. So that's Q's outperforming. And then you go to SPX, which is, it broke its 50% retrace. It already hit it, but today it had a really nice gap up, and then it broke above a critical 2820 resistance. Look left. You can see it, man, right here. You broke that. August 2019. So I think the next target really probably is going to be 2874, 2875 up here. It's a peak. It would be an overhead resistance. And if you ever broke that, you might see the 618 like on the dot, which is 2934 from your high point to low point. Still got that divergence that's kind of showing itself the way it showed itself here, but this showed itself and just continued on, man. Like, if it was gonna do the same thing it did with the negative momentum, then I'm just saying, hypothetically, then the S&P would go up like much higher until we eventually finally get to neutral, right? Each day, another histogram wick or 2 histogram wicks, and they keep waning, but we keep going higher. So we hit that level, we hit 3,000, we hit 3,050, a 200 moving average on the 4 hour, right? So you're not overbought. So of course you're actually in bullish territory on the 4 hour on the S&P. This could continue on, or we could get to the golden retrace. Type in the chat.
Bruh.
Just drinking Irwin coffee, man. So the everything pump, dude, you want to talk about, well, let's do the Dow Jones, and then we'll go to it. Our favorite gold, we love it. Jeffy's out there just literally Scrooge McDucking, just jumping into his sea of gold. All right, so Dow Jones, different, kind of underperforming the S&P a little bit now. Maybe not after tomorrow, right? If all these airline companies just gap up, maybe this catches up. This could propel this higher, but from your high to low, that halfway mark and no higher, you're clearly diverging on your momentum. You're not overbought. This could continue higher. I mean, the golden retrace for the Dow Jones Industrial is 25,226. We look left, support resistance. I mean, you got lots of it, right? Right after this, you'd think the next one's 24,666, and then you got the psychological 25,000 just beyond that. So just remember, I know it's awesome. Like some of these individual equities are doing so fantastic. Amazon, AMD. Oh my God, AMD. The Jesus man. Regeneron. That one's different. That's kind of an anomaly. But man, there are some assets doing so well. But just think about the index funds. What they're doing is not abnormal at all, based on the entire history of the stock market. We have seen 50% retraces after crashes more often than we haven't. Okay? And we do in history. We have seen 62% retraces. So with this being the fastest drawdown in the history of the stock market, yes, 30% gone, fastest period of time, right? Shortest period of time. You could think, what's going to steal the show? Oh, a reflexive rally that is in some way equally as insane of a draw up, right? A markup. To where we get to this faster than we had ever gotten to it in the history of the stock market before reversing the downside again, okay? Yes, I do. Holy crap, man. Hope y'all have been, using your time somewhat wisely. We have more free time now than I think we probably ever had. Right? So, I mean, some people are going to be busier than others. I'm talking about like humankind collectively has the most time. So, there's opportunity there to improve your life some way, because this will end. This will all soon come to pass. And so when it's all over, you want to be better than you were. Maybe you can't help that you won't be better financially or with your career, but you do want to be better in some way so you can say, screw that coronavirus, screw it. So, I mean, if you're not doing anything, and it could be anything, dude. If you're not doing anything, you're not doing it right. You're not doing life right. Man, I know there's a lot of people in here already.
Well said.
That have done a lot.
Bruh.
What's up, Grub Man? Thanks for the 3, dude. Yeah, the Clemson Tigers. Regeneron Connect. Hanging Man on Regeneron. Wait, on the 4 hour, I don't know, man. The daily. Yeah. Dude, it ended up almost being more like a dragonfly doji. Good God, look what it did. It came and back tested this wick from March 19th. Regarded it as support and then just rallied and closed. Where? Where did it go? If you watched stream yesterday and we looked at it, yes, we did. 526. July 2017. It's perfect. You broke this. If you somehow were to break this, man, hate to say, there's not really much price action till about 543. And we go the weekly, we understand 113% retrace. See, now we know like the 886, that's dead. It finally broke the 886 in the 1414 confluence zone. So if you want to talk about harmonics only, 580, 579 is that 113% retrace, dudes. Remember, it's so cool that we have all this stuff we can learn from Regeneron, but again, since it is trying to lead the charge in finding a cure/vaccine, either or, for coronavirus, again, it's kind of like trying to short Jesus on Easter. Really tough, man. Again, best performing equity on the stock market for 2020. It's up 40%. For decent reason, man. For pretty good freaking reason, right? Okay. Just had to bring it up because Grub Man. I'll get you, Regen. I mean, it's like, Javid, man, oh my God!
Bruh.
I need to get a Dr. Evil sound clip saying golds or gold member, whatever.
Scrooge McDuck. I'm diving in my pool of coins.
That's right, Jeffy, man. You hear that, chat? He's out there. Hey, he's not worried because it's like he's tipping me this worthless piece of fiat and he's got all the gold, man. All right. So speaking of that, right on cue, one outperformer, we're going to another.
Is that a joint?
Brew. Is there any TA for WMT's wild swings the last few weeks?
I don't know about Walmart, but I'll tell you about one we know very well that hopefully a lot of you were able to take heed of it. I mean, it was like an unofficial trade setup, an ID and everything. We're going to look at it. Target, man. Target broke out today. Hit its first target of the swing trade. Holy crap, dude. We'll take a gander, all right? Right after this gold. That, you know, yesterday broke out to multi-year highs. It's continued to climb. It got as high. Holy crap, man. 1750. What's 1750, man? I think we talked about it yesterday. Can somebody tell me, no, Ray, you're crazy? Or, no, man, we did talk about 1750. It was that one peak, man. It was that one. It was like several peaks where, yeah, it could be. Did we get there? Is it right here? 1750 on this one right here. So, okay, this is the one we talked about, 1760. But then 1750, right here, it's another peak. That's what you hit before you pulled back. No big deal. So, if you can ever break 1750, it's like a $10 range. Oh my God. You break that, 1791. You break that, 1840 is. You see these mini peaks, they can act as reversals. You just have to regard them. But then, like, all-time highs, like 1900 plus. Yeah, dude, we got that straw poll still, Stay at Home Kings. Let me find it. We can pull it up right now. Yeah, here it is. Found it, dude. Results. This was February 23rd. I can't believe how many of y'all did this. We had 286 votes. Nah, man, that's pretty good turnout for straw poll, whatever. Look at this. 56% of y'all thought this was, I think Bitcoin's at 10,000. Or was, yeah, it was maybe 9,000. It sold off a little bit long before the crash. But like, yeah, dude. I think gold was kind of correcting a little bit. This was in the midst of maybe developing that Adam and Eve double bottom or something. No one had any faith. Get wrecked, majority. Yeah, gold, dude. Say something in here if you voted for Bitcoin. In before, no one says anything. Okay. So there you go, Jeffy, man. You know what's going on. 1750, 1760. After that, 1790. After that, moon. So are we in trouble at all? We got any kind of issues with... I'm lagging a little bit. Sorry. Oh my God, dude. Can't get it together. Jeez. All right, you got to love this too. All right, so we had this very well-respected channel. And we did fall out of it. Yeah, sure. Market crash, risk off. Everyone was just trying to get cash, man. And so we did reverse. And look what happened. We back tested it. The old demand line as a demand line again, man. It was gorgeous. And now we're running on up inside of it again. 1730. A new day has been born. The old Walmart now. Chat, are we cool? I voted for gold. Everyone voted for gold. See, there is no Bitcoin. All right, so 92.5s. He's standing up like a man. Mr. Hendrickson's also doing that. Nope, that's it. We had two people that stepped up to the plate that admitted they voted Bitcoin to 20K before gold to 2K. Or yeah, 2K. We talk about the swings, man. These are risk-off type assets. These are what you call like defensive stocks. Something like Walmart, Target. Oh, that's wild, man. So much whipsaw. It was almost like a diamond, and then it just kept going. Just Walmart. So I think we had done this. None of my work saved last time we looked at it. I keep looking on these screens. Look at Bitcoin, 69.12, man. What are you worried about? Everything is beautiful. Okay, so obviously range-bound breakout. Not overbought on the daily. Now we're going to use our fib extensions for targets. Assuming the macro holds up and, you know, no one gets wrecked. Okay, first target for Walmart. All-time highs today. $133.73 is the 1272. 1414 is 136.74 and the 1618, the golden mean ratio, $141. All right, so you did it, man. You freaking did it. No type of harmonic, I don't think, man. No way. No harmonic. But you see, it's like left shoulder, head, right shoulder, but all screwed up neckline. I hate those. And that's why I was becoming a diamond, but then you just kept rallying macro. So no pattern got painted. So that's fine, though. You just look at it like it's a breakout to all-time highs, and you have fib extensions that are moderate, you know, potential profit taking levels or reversal areas for this underlying asset, man. All right. Does that help any on Walmart? It's great. Bullish convergence. No buyer exhaustion at all. We'll go to the 4 hour, get a better view of anything. I don't know if you call that like clearly bearish divergence. It's more like it was like class C divergence here. Sold off and you're just going again, man. So I don't think you have much of an edge here. You're not overbought on the 4 hour, meaning it could go higher if market participants truly wanted to, and we already talked about targets up there, 133 minimum. Now, what can happen is we could fill a gap soon, and we could back test 125.45 as a support.
Is that a joint?
So we get confirmation that it's a real breakout.
Thanks as always.
Hey, Crypto Steve, man. It's like Scuba Steve, but for crypto, man. You know what I'm saying? Thanks, dude. Yeah, we can look at that. Real quick, though, since we're on Walmart, you know, one of those defensive stocks, let's just look at our baby. All the way through, man, up 3.53% today. But, oh, man, the story goes much further back than just today on the breakout of the descending, broadening wedge, man, where we had triple RSI bullish divergence on the daily. We had some MACD bullish divergence on the daily. We go to the 4 hour. Triple MACD bullish divergence on the 4 hour. Triple, quadruple RSI bullish divergence on the 4 hour. Critical support hit and held multiple times. So double, triple bottom stuff. Lots of coinciding variables that gave us an edge on the market to take a shot. That's what it's about. That's all it is. That's what TA is. Anyone trying to give you these stupid, outlandish, I think this is going to $500, $1,000 sometime in the future. That's just not really helping anyone gain an edge on the market. Huh? Excuse me. I mean, it's almost like too perfect. Let me find it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. All right. Don't worry about the beep. Don't worry about it, man. Okay. So this is what you need to see here. All this, none of this is hindsight. I mean, it's hindsight now, but the ideas we had were the exact same as now. All right. So this was the trade setup on target, right? Critical support looking left, man. Yeah, big time. Holy crap, dude. That's a lot of support. You better not fall below that or it's screwed. Yeah, I think you're screwed if you fall below 89.50. But you never did, man. Oh, look, the divergence was identified, right? Everything.
Is that a joint?
Thanks for the WMT. Oil could be setting itself up like TGT as well.
I don't know. TGT's uptrend, long-term uptrend's very real, right? Compared to oil, which is not doing anything like that at all. So I get you. We'll take a gander. Thank you for the 420, Rushman. But you know, everything was there, man. Stage was set. Boom. First target. And yeah, there's more targets. Like on target if the macros to continue its rally, a 618, 114.92. The third target, 121.67, a 786. Right? We will see, man. Good enough. Oil and steel industry, yeah. Industrial metals connect, dude. Precious metals, well, precious metal 1, gold. Palladium had its fun in the sun. So, what was the other one? AEM. Agnico Eagle Mines. Okay. %100 retrace. And how? Wow. V-shaped recovery connect. I don't know. Look where you are on AEM. Well, today, as of today, for the first time, you touched the 200 moving average at the Jesus before pulling back. Last time we had seen it February 10th or so. So major high to low. Excuse me. Not even a 786 yet. So maybe it continues on, but you know, anywhere up here, these are major reversal areas, but we don't have an edge on the 4 hour, for that matter. Let's see. Yeah, no, absolutely no edge on the daily. I mean, yeah, at this point now, it's almost like not even, you know, hidden bearish divergence. Kind of not even now because you're making the same high. So look at the 200-day moving averages. These are areas where you very well could start reversing. I'm saying you don't have to have an edge for a reversal to happen, but if you want to trade an asset, you sure as heck better have an edge. You better have multiple variables that are pointing the same direction that where you're, you know, wanting the, or you're thinking maybe the asset could go. We don't really have that. Just a crap load of positive momentum. This is what the problem is on the daily. You know, getting an edge on the daily, it takes time, and we still just kind of aren't even there yet. For anything, for most things on the market, there's not an edge on the daily because of the crash, and now we're getting a reflexive rally. We got to solve again. There's no divergence, right? So let's just look left a little bit. All right, major double top, triple top. Good Lord, what is happening here? So right there, that peak. Oh man, dude, you just hit a, I don't know why that's not showing up. You hit this support here and then you bounce, man, and you're nearing, look, you broke all these peaks right here. So there's a chance if the macros to hold strong that AEM could run up. I mean, look, all these peaks, you're just right at one now. Any of these can act as a reversal to the downside, any of them. So you think though, if you're lucky, you get up and you hit the 200 moving average, 200-day moving average, you hit the 786 at 56.62, which is, you know, confluent with this peak from November 2012. That might be a major reversal area to the downside again, okay? Reflexive rally after a crash. Wow. And, you know, hey, if you ever get above $57 or $60, you're then going to have to worry about the freaking highs here, the local highs from September 2019, you know, so not easy. Oh, weekly? Lord, man, how ugly. Do I see anything on the weekly? No, not really. Nah. Like, breaking this resistance here could be Kangish, right? That's almost as like, it's like a broadening bottom pattern. Holy crap. I mean, you got this, what, an upsloping? You're talking about Bukowski looks. You just do the tops of that. Yeah. Like, if you're, like, the luckiest, you'll at one point maybe in this stupid, crazy rally hit, you know, this supply line at, like, 63.50, if you're lucky. I don't know if you'll get there, man. But look at this. Look at how it all turned around. I don't even think you had time to blink. But in the end, just from one weekly low to another, you know, kind of higher levels. I don't even know, man. You can call that divergence. So whatever, man. We're just looking at it. I don't see much of an edge. Okay. That was President Trump talking. Any outside or something? You know, today? Oh yeah, is the United States gonna stop funding the WHO as of today? Good, man. Good. Like, what are we funding them for again? To be a Chinese mouthpiece? No thanks, dude. Communist mouthpiece, not Chinese. Communist. Thanks for the, around 400 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, like button, build us up. Thanks so much. Give me a sec. Oh my god, dude. Come on. Doing something I always have to do. All right.
Is that a joint?
AMD Connect. Don't doubt your vibe. Kings, 100, clinking beer mugs, cocktail glass, tumbler glass.
Tennessee Vols Crypto Gang. Yeah, that's right, dude. And that's the Elon song. Hey, dude, I mean, like, if you look, Schwab is using, you know, this as A and this as B, and he's got an 886 PCZ. Understandable. I'm just taking the data we got from X to A, right? The top to here, and then we rallied. That's why I'm looking at it like that. That was like kind of the first move. We sold off, and here we are. I mean, you're at or close to the Cypher's PCZ. You pretty much are here. 4 hour, I mean, if we reverse here, sure, it'll start painting. I mean, there's clearly lower levels of positive momentum than your previous high. Up 7.83%. Good God. Look at this green candle, dude. Just stupid. So Schwab, though, he's thinking the 886, which would be up at trying to get it, man. Oh my God. There we go. It's up at, what is it? 57.13. Yep. That would be his PCZ. So it'd be like $2 higher than where we are now. So zone for a reversal to the downside. But the problem is, look at the daily, man. You're not even close to overbought, and you don't have any buyer exhaustion. That's what makes this all crap, dude. It makes it a lot tougher to feel confident that you would reverse majorly the downside at these levels, even though it very well could. The pattern could still play out. It doesn't have to have coinciding variables with it, right? The macro starts dumping tomorrow and reversing the downside again. AMD's going with it. Gap to fill at $51. So we could definitely fill that gap soon. So we could reverse here to fill a gap and then go again. But I'm just saying, man. And if things get nuts, like absolutely insane, we could talk about a bearish shark pattern. Right? The bearish shark would be 113% retrace. I'm just saying, man. Which is near a 100% measured move of the inverse head and shoulders pattern. Wow, right? That'd be a bearish shark right there. Dang, man, I've been like straight up shadow banned, dude. Crazy, man. Like, what happened? So demoralizing, man. It really sucks. Yeah, capitalize, great. Yeah, it's like, this is what I do, you know. Imagine, I mean, I guess it's you don't have to imagine, because this is kind of like you've all been shadow banned from your jobs for the most part. So me too. I've been shadow banned from my job too. Okay, yeah, YouTube. So great, man. A lot of good thoughts here. A lot of things to think about. We're at a 786, so it could reverse tomorrow, as early as tomorrow. But unfortunately, the variables aren't with you here. But I've seen Bitcoin do the same thing, where there weren't really very strong variables. Maybe there was like 60-minute divergence before it. I mean, there's some very real stuff here, man. Let's just look at the 60-minute on AMD. And you can see from a high here to this high, right at the PCZ. Bearish divergence, very overbought. So a reversal tomorrow seems very possible. 82.3. That's normally where you reverse in 60-minute at least. So let it be noted. Let it be known. This was here. Okay. Now let me show you a very similar type pattern that happened on our very own. I don't have pro-Trump rhetoric, dude. So right here, same thing happened to Bitcoin. Okay, it took forever for this pattern to play out, man. I don't know, not even a month, but well, I still have the data, right? Where we had a high on price, a higher high on price. We were showing bearish divergence at the 786. And that was where the dump happened. So, you know, but that was the 4-hour divergence, I guess. Let's be good, the 60-minute. Hello? Where is this? I'm going to it. Just give me a sec, man. It takes a minute when you're on the 60-minute. And you try not to do that. And it takes you to the beginning, or where the chart is now. Stupid. Lord. Okay, yeah. This was the only... See, that 4-hour divergence was really kind of weird, because there was this small island too. But look at the 60-minute. There is no doubt on the 60-minute. Just like AMD, where you got a high on price, you got a higher high on price, and you got lower levels of relative strength. And technically, lower levels of positive momentum. So that's what you want to see when you get to the PCZ. All right. AMD, very similar. Log scale. So here's the other look. This is the look we're kind of used to now on Bitcoin, where we got the upsloping channel, the heart lines being very well respected, light of Jesus, man. And it's really kind of respecting it now. It's trying to break it. It's just kind of up thrusting and failing, as well as failing to break this horizontal line support resistance that was manufactured starting in March 2020, around $7,000. Nick, Gillsman, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Go live, man. Go live. I've seen your comments. I don't know. I said something funny to you once. I don't know. I think. Maybe I didn't. Said it in my head, dude. But yeah, dude. I mean, again, we looked at the other way, right? This was kind of what I was talking about at the beginning of the stream. Where you got signature. So if like this is Wyckoff, if it is, right? And this was phase C, and now we're getting into phase D. If you're showing signature last line of supply on the sell-offs, and you're showing on the rallies absolutely no volume. This is signature for phase D. And I mean, my God, the extreme amounts, beautiful bullish divergence on the 4 hours manifested into freaking nothing. Just manifested into a lower high and a failed attempt of breaking $7,000. So far, I don't know if it closed as is. You call it a bullish run, you call it probably indecision candle too. I don't know. This price action really isn't that bullish, man. Though it could just break to the upside again. I mean, think about the way Bitcoin performed today with the S&P 500 doing what it's been doing, man. Isn't Bitcoin supposed to be coupled up with the performance of the index funds? It has been, but not today. It underperformed vastly. And if we talk about from the highest highs to the lowest lows of the equities markets crash and Bitcoin's crash, guess who's outperforming now? The index funds. Bitcoin, this was the high. The S&P, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, Qs, they are all at their highest highs of their rally where Bitcoin is not. So kind of interesting development in that point, because we've just, I'm live streaming every day, and a lot of the times on the way up, we've been watching Bitcoin at the exact same time pump with the equities. And that just didn't happen today. No free Fed money, so good. Dude, some of that crazy money from all around the world being printed will find a way into, I mean, you'd think it would find a way into Bitcoin. But if we're just talking about technicals and stuff, man, it does look kind of weak. Kind of looks weak. Okay, not this song, man. Bitcoin leading the dump. It's not really dumping, Not even down $1,000 from its highest point. All right, we're at this high to low, 50%. The S&P is above its 50% right now. It's around, if this was the S&P, it'd be around 76.50 right now. Positive momentum's continuing to wane. We're getting closer and closer to neutral, chat. You know what happens when you get to neutral after such a long, extended amount of positive memo. You normally go red, some shape or fashion, selling. Look, XA, A to B, wave analysis. So maybe the next leg would be B to C. It's hypothetical. You got a loan at the bank, Mike, using Fed money? I'm talking about like the SBA stuff. You're talking about the standard welfare check. Still on a downtrend on Bitcoin. No matter who you are, it still is, man. It's only been making lower highs, lower lows. It did make a matching high here, I guess. Doesn't count. Not good enough. Matching highs don't count. So sold off to make lower lows. And so in this wave, yeah, you're making higher highs, higher lows, but I don't know, man. For this to truly become bullish again, to say you're in a maybe bull trend, you'd have to get back above 10,500. All right. And if anything, you really would have to break this downsloping resistance, of the channel itself. Bitstamp, huh? Something's going on. Why does it say Bitstamp? Because it's not. We're on Coinbase. That's weird. Yeah, potential ban on stablecoins. I don't know, man. It's like, imagine banning stablecoins when you print your own currency, like no one's business. We will see, Sanja. We will see. The PPP money, isn't that the 10K up to $1 million? Something different. Your loan officer said you can easily get approved for the 10K loan at 3.5. Dude, I thought it's like 10K is all forgivable as long as you use it on your employees. Anything above 10,000 is not forgivable, and you have interest on it. Okay, so I guess we could look at altcoins or something. What else, man? Been live for like an hour, giving you the updates that you seek daily, right? Across the markets stuff. Here's your Ethereum. Yeah, it's just an idea of like where it could go. It may never get there, dude, if Bitcoin dumps, right? You have the divergence, just like Bitcoin, underperforming like the big one. So, maybe we get there at 171, but it's not really. Bitcoin has the same idea. Still inside this channel, barely hanging on. Right, lower section of the linear regression channel, but same pattern where it's like a descending, broadening wedge, supply line. It's everything. It's like, I feel like I'm looking at Bitcoin at least from April 7th to now. You are in your golden zone. This is methodical upsloping consolidation, and that could go much higher if Bitcoin allows it. But at the same time, we know where it's hit. It's already hit the area where you could reverse majorly downside. What is this? You bought a Bible and invested in the Vatican? What's up, Frantic Rock? Good to see you, man. Not much to look at on that's the weekly, so that's maybe why there's nothing to look at. Okay. Oh my god, dude. Oh, look at this yesterday. It's not much, dude. Like Tezos, whatever. And you're trying to get above this peak, or this little wick right here from October 2018, this high from May 2019. You are kind of above it. It's the same thing though, right? It's like it's consolidating. It seems like bearish consolidation. It's gonna do what Bitcoin does. That's all it's doing, man. We know breaking this area, you could easily in time see $2.52. And that's it. That's literally it. 38% retrace and no higher. So we know it's underperforming Bitcoin, because Bitcoin, if this was the Bitcoin chart, it would be at $2.60 at its high point. So underperformer meaning it would outperform probably. It could. If Bitcoin really started dumping, this would start dumping even harder. So what? We could try to draw a pattern. It's just a channel, whatever. So surprised. Okay, yeah, same analysis from yesterday. I mean, dude, bullpen it on less significant time scales, maybe. Oh, it's just, no, it's what we talked about yesterday. You don't remember? Oh my God, man. You remember the price contraction we're seeing where there's an apex? So that's the absolute epitome of what neutrality is on a chart, is price contraction. It's neutral. So nearing the apex, man, could break the upside or downside. That's it, man.
Inch/BTC daily sprung and back tested.
Hold on a sec, dude. Sprung back test connect, huh? I'm starting to get really hungry. Oh my God. Keeping it real tight on my metabolic intake. Oh my God, man. Is it a Head and Shoulders? What were you saying? That peak there. Respected many a time. Yeah, you're back testing it as support. Sure. Really depends on Bitcoin. But if we just look here, you know, and listen. Like, just think about it like this. We've got the peak. So we got a valley. So you've up thrusted through this multiple times. Yes, you're holding on to it for now. You naturally should hold that, even if it's going to take a minute or a while to break it. That's kind of historical. So you're holding it for now. Is it a bull flag, man? I don't know. You just kind of got some bullish convergence on the oscillators. If Engine to BTC was to hold this, then you'd think that it would go up to test 1460 again. But as you know, it's major. You got to break that. So others could argue left shoulder head, rightish shoulder, or double top, whatever. I think that's viable too. Not much of an edge. It's kind of long, drawn out positive Momo. You're not overbought, not oversold. It's like, it's kind of bullish. It's like right in neutral territory. Just see an edge here? Not really. Not really much of an edge. Say it bounces here. It could run up here and fail again. It's failed many times to break that. So maybe, man, maybe you got yourself consolidation. You're above the 200 moving average. Again, like, if it's going to rally, you'd think the next target's going to be 1463. After that, I don't know, because we've broken that before and just up thrusted. There was never confirmation. You have to get confirmation above 1463 if you're going to run higher. Okay, and then it's pretty simple. You could fib from the high point up there. It could be a lot more simple to Fibonacci, where you just go from this high point to low point. Yeah, they're your targets. They're 1866, 1983, and then 2151 up there. If you broke this, which saying a lot. Wow, man, I'm like a dying streamer. Awesome. Awesome, dude. Try to futures or something. Not moving, right? That's kind of normal. That makes a lot of sense. No volatility. Geez, some of these altcoins underperforming so bad. Really hard to make sense of it. Like something like that had like this upsloping, price contraction, whatever. And it broke out, but look, it's just running up to back test the old demand line, it seems like, as supply line. This may not be how it's interpreted at all. Let's see, maybe you don't use the wick. You don't use the wick, well then it's still weird because it's like you broke out and now you're back in it. Mixed signals on a lot of these crap coins.
How are you getting charts for AL futures? Use Soil Connect? Maybe some MGI?
What's up, Rush? Thanks for 1337. No, it's not AL futures. It was just after hours price action. That's it, dude. Thank you, man. Yeah, we can look at that. Let's see. Laura's busy. Try to clean up a little bit. It's not looking that great. I mean, I guess I see why you want to look at it, maybe. I'm trying to clean this crap up. What's the point of even having that channel anymore? God, this one like reminds me of like kind of like V-Chain in a way. Like where you had this and this was like where you clearly sprung and you gapped up. I don't know. I mean, that's like the XRP news and ran up again. So I mean, at least you're higher than this May of 2019 low. I mean, maybe you're double bottoming or something, but dude, you talk about a macro that it's having its fastest reflexive rally like in history, the fastest markup in history. This is it? Really? That's so bad? Because if the macro takes a turn and reverses like we think it will, whether it's at the 618 or the 786, when it does reverse, this thing's gonna get destroyed. What an underperformer. Trash, man. That's all I can say. I mean, that's great. Yeah, you could say, oh yeah, low risk, man, low risk area. But look at the context of this piece of crap. It's trash. MGI is nothing but trash on a chart. Look at this. That's how it started. Started at $50, man, and now you're here at $1 and change. You hit all-time lows last month. What does that tell you? That's real bullish, man. This is worse than oil. I'd rather own oil than freaking MoneyGram for an investment. Jesus. So congrats on your divergence that has played out. That is like how, I mean, if something's so bad and there's just no demand for the asset, that could be the divergence playing out, and that's it. You'd think it could maybe see 159 in time, and then we'll talk if you break that. Then you can fill a gap at like 177, but sorry, break 159 first. Wow, dude, Rush, what are you trying to do, man? But dude, XRP's using it. Oh. and then no one cares. So I think this is the way bad is. Hold on. I like this, man, a lot on BAT. Got a parallel channel and anchored 1 and 2 on the top like it did, you know, with the other trend line, and then just want 1 here. When you do that, boom, touches it, makes maybe a little bit more sense. Somewhat, right? A little hardline resistance, resistance here. I like that. There was divergence like Bitcoin on the MACD. You rally, but underperform. You know, you're not really doing much. Kind of looks like XRP a little bit. Up 4.6% though, either way, man. This is like a top performer for crypto today. I mean, I don't see anything on my watch list outperforming BAT. But you can barely even tell. I mean, if you sent XRP through the one-up coin, I mean, his app's broken. Like, it's working, and like you can test and it'll play on stream, but I've disconnected my accounts, reconnected them. I didn't do anything, and now the one-up coin doesn't work. But he's under the impression it is working. It's not. His app isn't. So that's the cryptocurrency tipping or link, you know, below. Yeah, no, we didn't look at Tesla. Fish, yeah, we can do that real quick. Gorgeous though, man. I mean, what did it hit like the Jesus, man? Hit the golden retrace. Yesterday got into the golden zone for the first time, and today gapped up to hit that 618 perfectly. And then at that golden retrace, you pulled back. I guess bots took some profit. You're not overbought, man. You're at 65. You're hot, but not too hot. You're in bullish territory on the RSI. The dragon, you want to talk about a target? Didn't we say just yesterday the target's the 618, right? Yeah. All right, man. Gotta wonder when I'm gonna start getting into like less than 300 viewers. Now, I don't even know anymore. I guess I'll just, you know, whatever. I can just accept my fate.
Is that a joint?
Jesus, dude.
Had a good day.
I'm so real nice guy. Thanks for the 420. I'm glad you had a good day. Hope you all had a good day. Tesla's up 9%, and guess what? It's up 1.67% after hours. It's $721. Yeah, Fishhead, I know it's those dislikes, man. Every time I go live, I get 50 dislikes, and I know their algo system's set up to where if you have a disproportionate amount of dislikes to likes, you won't get recommended to other people. Therefore, I won't even show up on, you know, whatever, people's feeds and stuff. So I'm screwed. I don't know what I did. I didn't do anything. It's whatever, man. I'll just figure something out. I'll go run some more, go hiking, or do something with my life, you know. Try to get through this. This is the worst times when there's like no volatility, right? Yeah, I know that dislikes coming before the stream starts. I don't understand it. Wish I did, but someone's owning me. Someone dominated me. Dominating this community, killing this community that you're a part of. So, just so you know, man, there's someone out there. So, for the 300 real ones that are here, thanks so much. I'm just gonna get out of here early and figure something out, man. I don't know. Doesn't even matter anymore. Sure, I guess. But I guarantee you, I swear to God, it has nothing to do because of that. It might happen, but it's not going to be because this is why it broke to the upside, because we were squeezed between moving averages that, dude, you don't even have to look at the chart to know. If Bitcoin's like kind of sideways at all.
21 on BTC last time it happened, we ran up a lot. Perhaps history repeats itself?
Sure. Dude, I'm just saying, like, when Bitcoin's not volatile, what do you think happens? The moving averages converge in on the price. That's what happens. Thank you one time for the XRP, but there's nothing I can do about it. I don't get alerted. Thank you for the $4.66, the 25 XRP. I appreciate it.
Bruh.
I can't help that his app's stupid and it breaks all the time. I can't help it, man. I'm sorry. Thank you, dude. No, if I was the best MindTap, we wouldn't be having these issues. You get that right. If I was the best. I'm certainly not the best. Not even close to the best. People far better than me. Ugh. Whatever, man. All right. I will stop wasting your time and be back later. So thank you so much. It's just name it all, man. Charizard, dude. Real nice guy. Rush Pabs, Fishhead, Tennessee Vols, Crypto Gang, Crypto Steve, Jeffy, dude. Coming in with that 50. Grubman, thank you, dude. Lil James, thank you for that 40, man. Y'all are amazing. Really, really appreciate this community. So let's be back. Until next time, respect the T. Hey.